You are the universe experiencing itself. It's perhaps one of the most famous quotes by legendary philosopher Alan Watts. But why? Yes, we are a part of the universe. Yes, we also live in the universe. Therefore, we are a part of the universe that lives in itself. However, it actually goes much deeper than that. And as we look at the evolution of consciousness in the universe, as we often do on this channel, we can see that the universe has been slowly waking up. In part one of this mini-series, we've established how closely related we are as humans to each other and to the life that surrounds us. So yes, even that plant sitting across the room from you, who might be a little thirsty, technically is your long-lost, distant cousin. We know this because of evolution, and in the same way that you and your cousin are related through a shared family member in your grandparents, all life on Earth is related because we all share a common ancestor in this little guy. Its name is LUCA. LUCA stands for the last universal common ancestor. LUCA is a prokaryote, which is the simplest life form known to science. It is a single-celled organism with no nucleus and no organelles. Which, if you don't know, organelles are like cute little cellular organs like mitochondria, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, etc. So this creature that we call LUCA is actually one of your great-great-grandparents. It's actually technically the greatest grandparent, and all of its descendants make up all of the life that we see in our world today. But the question that eventually crosses every scientist's mind is, okay, who are LUCA's parents? All life as we know it has come from other life, except for this one mysterious organism. LUCA seems to be the first known life form in the universe that came from something non-living. The process to create something like LUCA is currently being studied. However, at its most basic level, it all boils down to chemistry and physics. In the beginning, the universe consisted entirely of math. Before the Big Bang, everything existed as potentials and probabilities. Until our universe was born, and all of physics, with its laws, constants, and parameters, came into being. As time went on and the universe got a chance to cool off after its intense and hot, steamy birth, gravity brought together particles floating around in the universe and formed the first stars. Within these stars, chemistry was born, and it is within these chemical factories that most of the elements we see in our world today were created. Interestingly enough, these chemical factories also produced all of the ingredients needed to create life. The universe was finally starting to wake up. And soon after all of the ingredients for life were becoming available, the entire universe itself also just so happened to be at the right temperature for life to start evolving. You see, because the universe started out as extremely hot and subsequently cooled over time, there was a brief period where the entire universe was between 0 and 100 degrees Celsius. The perfect range for chemical reactions to occur and facilitate life. And because this temperature was roughly the same everywhere, these chemical reactions were happening everywhere. During this period, the entire universe was developing little seeds that could eventually evolve into all the life that we have here on Earth. However, as everything else in life, there needs to be an end. And after this cooling period, when the universe dipped down below 0 degrees Celsius, most of these seedlings would have died. However, many of them would have found refuge in asteroids and other rocky bodies present all over the early universe. Fast forward to around 4 billion years ago, And one of these seedlings has finally found a comfy spot to continue its cosmic journey of biochemical evolution. That place is Earth, and that seedling is LUCA, our greatest ancestor. And now, after roughly 14 billion years, the universe itself is able to watch a YouTube video about its own evolution. Thank you all so much for watching. I highly recommend you check out part 1 of this little mini series if you haven't already. I'd just like to mention here before ending that the seedlings theory of biological evolution is highly speculative, and most scientists tend to think that abiogenesis, or the transition from something non-living to something living, and the first cell of LUCA, actually happened around 4 billion years ago here on Earth. Now, although we don't know the exact process of how it happened, most scientists think it happened here on Earth 4 billion years ago and not 10 billion years ago out in space. However, I think it's a really cool idea, and I have some papers and links below that support my claim. And of course, if there are any biologists yelling at their screens right now telling me why exactly I'm wrong, please leave a comment below, because I am still learning. I love learning, and I love the feedback and the criticism, and seeing where I might be wrong and where I might be right, and just starting a little discourse in the comments. So, of course, if you have any evidence against my theory or evidence in support of the seedlings kind of abiogenesis in space theory, then yeah, leave it down below. I'd love to talk about it with you guys. And really, everyone else, I would just love to hear your thoughts on this topic. How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel more connected to the world and the universe around you? For me, the part 1 of this series was really focusing on my connection to nature and sort of planet Earth around me and all the life that we have here on Earth. And this video, the part 2, was really showing how not only are we connected to everything on Earth, but also we are connected to everything in space and the entire universe itself, since we've been evolving for about 4 billion years here on Earth, but I feel like we've been evolving as a universe for 13 billion years, and maybe even more with the new findings with the JWST and these ancient galaxies that need way more time to have formed rather than just the 14 billion years. Maybe I could do a video on that in the future, but that's super interesting, and I feel like we're going to be getting a lot of paradigm shifts in science in the coming years with AI. So stay tuned for the channel. I'm very excited to cover all that and talk about all that with you guys as we continue our journey in this very strange and ever-changing world. So, yep, leave all your comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, consider subscribing. Here's a video that the YouTube gods think you will enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, guys.